Welcome back to my channel. Selamat datang kembali ke channel saya. Malam ini, hari ini kita ketemu kembali. Jadi, as I promise you, saya akan berjumpa teman-teman sekalian, mendatangi teman-teman sekalian 3-4 kali satu minggu. Catat baik-baik, hari Senin, okay, Wednesday, Rabu, Friday, Jumat, and sometimes terkadang Sunday, hari Minggu. Oke, jadi jangan lupa tuh 3-4 kali satu minggu. Alright, so if you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and also hit the bell icon. Oke, so juga teman-teman yang tertarik untuk belajar bahasa Inggris, Anda berada di channel yang tepat, berada di right place, okay, on the right time. So jangan lupa untuk subscribe. Okay, so without further ado, untuk mempersingkat waktu, mari kita lihat apa yang akan kita bahas malam ini. Okay, sebagaimana Anda sudah melihat di thumbnailnya atau di judulnya, we are going to talk about how are you, okay? It's not a strange thing, it's not a new thing, it's a very, very common expression. I think almost everyone knows the meaning of it. Even a child, if it's not a baby, can say, how are you? Okay? But tonight, kita akan membicarakan beberapa pengganti. Okay? So instead of saying how are you all the time, ketimbang bilang how are you setiap waktu, kenapa sesekali kita ganti dengan hal yang baru, yang lebih fresh mungkin. Okay? Jadi mungkin di antaranya teman-teman sudah pernah mendengar, sudah pernah melihat ya. But if you haven't seen and if you haven't heard about, okay, the alternative of how are you, this is the right time, this is the right moment for you, okay, to study. Alright, okay, let's talk about how are you. How are you itu kita gunakan ketika ketika kita menanyakan kesehatan teman kita. Okay, so when you, let's say you go to the office and then, okay, you see your colleague or your friend and say, oh, how are you? And then your friend can say, oh, a very common answer for how are you, of course, I'm fine, or just say fine. Actually, it's not only fine, you can say many other expressions. Okay, so do not keep saying fine all the time, but I know that's the easiest thing to say. And sometimes, and even many times, you say it, okay, spontaneously. Okay, let's have a look. So, here are the alternatives or the answers you can use when someone say to you, how are you? Of course, you can say good, I'm good. Okay, I'm good. Or you can say also, I'm very well, I'm well. Okay, how are you? Great. How are you? Oh, terrific. Terrific. Okay? Oh, pretty good. I'm pretty good. Alright? And yeah, if you are not doing so good, kalau merasa kurang enak badan atau kesehatan sementara terganggu, atau sementara bokeh mungkin, atau sementara disakitin sama yang tercinta, whatever, you can say, I'm just okay, or I'm okay, or not bad, meskipun actually it's bad. And then you can also use never been better. Okay, so never been better, sorry, this one is for good things to do. Okay, never been better, I mean I'm better. Okay, I'm good. Okay, I'm fine, I'm very well. That's the meaning of never been better. And then the last one is so-so, biasa-biasa aja tuh. Okay, that's so-so. Okay, probably I'd like to repeat some new new words for you. So, never been better, it's mean very much better, and also pretty good, and then terrific. Of course, I think you know the word great, okay? It's a normal words to say. Let's have a look at the replacement of how are you, okay? So, First, you can use actually, okay, the expressions of how are you doing. Okay, let me repeat. How are you doing? Can you say it? Good. How are you doing? Remember, it's not what are you doing. Okay, when someone asks you, what are you doing? I'm speaking. What are you doing? I'm listening. Okay, but this one is how are you doing? It means how are you? Okay, just like expressions of how are you. Oh, I'm doing fine. Okay, I'm doing fine. All right. So when someone asks you, remember not what are you doing, but how are you doing? Okay, or you can say, oh, I'm terrific. Right. The next expression is how have you been? How have you been? Actually, this expression is the present perfect of how are you. How are you? This one is present perfect, but actually you can also use that, okay, instead of saying how are you all the time. Ketimbang bilang how are you melulu, okay, bosan pakai yang ini. How have you been? Oh, you can say I've been good. Okay, or I've been great. I've been okay. Or I've been well. Or, okay, since this is present perfect, why don't you say I've never been better? I've never been better, or you just say never been better. Okay, now let's go on to number 3. Okay, so the third expression is how are things. How are things? Okay, just like how are you? Oh, things are great. Things are good. Things are okay. Things are not bad. Okay, so that's about how are things. Can you say? Okay, good. How are things? Don't forget. Okay, how are things? And then let's move on to expression number 4. How is everything? Okay, so how is everything? Can you repeat? Good. Great. How is everything? Oh, everything is fine. Oh, everything is terrific. Oh, everything is great. Oh, everything is okay. Okay? So don't forget. Just choose which one do you prefer. But of course, it depends on your conditions. Okay? So when someone asks you, you say, how is everything? Sementara kamu lagi sakit, lagi enak badan, terus untuk nyenengin dia ya kamu bilang, oh everything is fine. Padahal apa? Dalam hatinya, gara-gara fine. Okay? So, don't forget that. And then, the last expression for tonight is how is it going? Okay? So, how is it going? Can you say it? Cool. How is it going? But normally, this one is mostly used by Australian. It doesn't mean that American or British people don't use this expression. They do, okay? But if you go to Australia or if you watch Australian movie, they mostly say, oh, how's it going? Okay, how is it going? Okay, actually they construct it, okay? So they normally construct with this. Okay, house, okay, it going, okay, okay, again and again you can say, how is it going? Great. How is it going? Not bad. How is it going? Terrific. Okay. Alright, so I guess that's it for tonight. Okay. So before I close, let me remind you again that instead of saying how are you all the time. Today, how are you? Tomorrow, how are you? Next week, how are you? Next year, how are you? Use these 5 alternatives for how are you. Okay? How are you doing? That's number 1. Number 2, how have you been? Number 3, how are things? Number 4, how is everything? And then the last one, number 5, is how is it going? Hey, how's it going? You. Great? That's good. Cool. Alright. So, I hope you enjoyed the lesson, and I hope it's useful. Alright. And don't forget, just give it comment. You can ask anything you want, okay, regarding this lesson. Ask anything, okay. So I hope I can answer your questions. I will answer immediately when I see your questions. And if you cannot answer it, okay, I will ask someone who knows better than me. Thank you very much for watching my video. Enjoyed it? Okay. So I'll see you again in the next video. Don't forget, subscribe, okay, and hit the bell icon. Finally, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Peace.